What's going on, people? Welcome back to another JSTV back again. And this evening is the match preview game between Arsenal and Newcastle United at the Emirates on Saturday. Kickoff at 8 p.m, I believe. 8 p.m, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a late one.
It is, isn't it? It is. I mean, I'll be there as well, of course. I'll be cheering the lads on as well, the match day vlogs. And I've got the wonderful, the talented, the gifted, super Arsenal fan, Sophie from Gouda Gossip TV. Big up to you. Good evening, Sophie.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really looking forward to chatting a bit about Newcastle, about Arsenal, and thank you for having me on your show.
No problems at all. And Andy will be on very, very soon. He's just trying to get back home. And once he gets back home, he'll be joining us as well. He's not going to miss it for the world. So let's go on to some comments. We're going to Geordie Dread as well. Big up to Geordie GD. I hope you're grand. I hope you're having a good time. Do go to Geordie Dreads TV. Do check out his channel as well. Hi to Les. Please like and share to socials. So his channel grow. Thank you very much indeed, Les. Hi to Amy. I love that comedy sentence on the DM this afternoon. Thank you very much indeed. Big up to Davey. I hope you're well. Super chats are open, bottom right hand corner, and you can join the channel for 99p. And also, if you like the video, like what you watch, you know exactly what to do. Like and subscribe as well. I've got plenty of shows coming up very, very soon. And we've got one here from Davey. And we've got one from Amy. And let's just chat to Davey. And hi to the lovely Vicky, big United fan. Do check out the content I did yesterday. It was fantastic. And I tell you what, she's really, really good. And she's a big United fan as well. So do go to General Outburst on follow her Twitter. Big up to Kel. Hi to Kel. Hi to Lorraine. Hi to you. I hope you're having a good day. And Amy P. Farms, Gallivanting, and such as well. So, yeah, we've got a match game between Arsenal and Newcastle on Saturday night. I'll be there. And we're going to talk about the league table as well. I mean, before we do that, if we just give us a quick breakdown on yesterday's defeat against Porto and the Champions League. I mean, you must be upset because there's 0 shots on target. I mean, this team, right? I mean, they're the dark horse as well. They do roll over, they do cheat, you know what? And they still got a 41-year-old Pepe still playing, and he's done bits as well. So, you know what? It wasn't a good night for you yesterday, Sophie.
Yeah, it just wasn't really our best game. I know in Europe, in the Champions League, it will be a difficult type of game. It's not going to be the same type of games in the Premier League because it is different. And I did think it would be difficult going to the game because Porto seemed like researched as well. They knew what we were like, and I just think they were the better team on the day. And for me, because we can go back to the Emirates, I feel like optimistic we can get a result, we can score a few goals. Well, yeah, I think Porto were absolutely, they were good. They defensively, they were just really difficult to break down. And their goal, like you mentioned before, it was just a really incredible goal. I think for us, we were giving away the ball a lot in the game. I know people have blamed Raya for it, and I wouldn't say I blame him for it. I think because we gave the ball away defensively, we could have done a lot better with that. I know Raya's positioning on the goal, could have been a bit better too, but I don't really think he's at fault for it. And I think for me, we've really just got to, leave this result behind us. It was a bad day and it does happen. But I did a stream yesterday and someone mentioned, we will get harder teams to play against, like Madrid. So we've really got to perform a lot better away from home in the Champions League. But I think, it's going to go all down to the Emirates, the game there, and hopefully, we can score goals and get through.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult now. We just hold on to nils each, and then you would have a chance of fancy chances at home. But now they made it so tough for themselves. Now they're going to sit behind the ball, 11 players behind the ball, and they're just going to defend. They're going to answer the questions now at home, and you need to come up with the answers if you really want to stay in the Champions League.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, like, I'm really interested to see how it will go in the Champions League. But I think, like we said, I think it's a defeat. I mean, we nearly did draw that game. They scored right at the end, and it felt like a slap in the face. It was a difficult one at the end, but I think we're doing well. We've just got to put this result behind us. And like you said before, with having 0 shots on target, it does surprise you because we've not stopped scoring recently since we've gotten back from Dubai. So I think, like I said, I think the game at the Emirates will be a big game for us.
It'd be massive, absolutely massive. But it's going to be tough for us tomorrow, but on Saturday. But we're going to go for that as well. Amy, big up to Amy. Do we have enough uninjured players to make a goal tomorrow? It's Saturday night, by the way, Amy. It's Saturday, not Friday. You can go to Emirates if you want on Friday night, but you may find a plane on Saturday, by the way. I love Amy. She's funny, by the way.
Oh, she seems lovely.
She is. And she's very popular on social media too as well. We're going to find out from Eddie tomorrow if Isak and Joe Willock are good to go on Saturday. If not, I'll put them playing them on Tuesday, to be fair. And we're going to talk about them later on. Let's get this out of the way. I really hope we don't have 4 more Arsenal tears. If we win, please. That's going to be tough, Lorraine. It's going to be a tough game for me. And it'd be nice to do it again. But we'll just have to wait and see. And let's go on to hi to Jules, by the way. Big up to Jules, by the way. Big up to Alan, by the way. He's a wind-up merchant as well. So, no, Alan, Mikel ain't going anywhere. If you could ask that question as well. Watch out for him, by the way. Big up, Davey, big up. And big up to Alan again as well. Like I said, let's go for the injury news as well. I mean, I'll start with... Oh, guess he's popped in. Andy, how are you doing?
Hey.
Hey. How you doing? Sorry I'm late. Never trust the London Underground. It's not the best.
It's not, isn't it? It's not. I've been there. Last time I've been to the Underground, right? I mean, I was going to go on the Oxbridge, and then I found out it was shut. So I was to get a bus to, I think it was Ealing Broadway. I had to get a tube from there to go to the match. So I'm gutted, but it's what it is. That's against Fulham, by the way, but that's by the by. So,
yeah, unfortunately. How you doing anyway? Everyone all right?
I'm great. We got the best Arsenal lass in the room, and technically gifted as well. And how's things for you, man?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, apart from last night, which we're undoubtedly we'll probably come into some degree during the conversation. But yeah, no, everything apart from that's fine. Yeah, not too bad.
Cool.
Thank you.
Cool stuff. Right, because I was going to ask Sophie the first question as well. We are going to talk about the injuries as well going into the game. I mean, you guys have still got Thomas Partey out as well, and I think you got 1 or 2 as well. I think Tommy Cafu or Tommy Yasu is out as well. I called him Tommy Cafu then, didn't I?
yeah. Not Tommy Cafu.
Yeah. Is he really Tommy Cafu?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't know.
Class. It's Tommy Yasu, by the way. Tommy Yasu.
Yeah.
That's the word, but I normally call him Tommy Cafu when you talk as well. So let's go on to start with you, Andy, because you just come in. Before we do it, go through some more comments. Keep them comments coming. Hit the likes as well, please, guys. Please hit the likes. That would be amazing. Thank you. And big up to Vicky again. Northern Line never seems to be working.
I had to say no. It was a Northern Line. That's very strange. Have I got someone spooking me or something?
No.
No, it was a Northern Line, yeah.
Northern Line, yeah, she's lovely, Vicky. She really is. She was brilliant last night. Do check out the content as well. Hit the like as well for that video as well. And yeah, go on, Alan. We're going to start with you. Injuries as well. Like I said, Tommy Yasu's out by the looks of it. Also out, Partey's out long-term injury. And it seems to me that Mikel is going to stick with an unchanged team by the looks of it. He might make 1 or 2 changes there. What do you think?
I think I'd like to see Jesus back if he's fit. I think we need a bit of extra oomph up front. As much as I like Hobart, I think he needs to change it up a bit. I think Jesus brings that extra bit of sparkle up front. Obviously, goal scoring is a hit and miss with him at the moment, but I think that will be one change if he's fit. He will bring him back. I'd like to see. I don't know whether Soph agrees. I'd like to see Jorginho back in the midfield with Deckers. I'd like to see him back in the midfield. I just think they worked together well, and I think they did well against Liverpool. Yeah, listen, it's one of those games where they need to up the tempo again. And I think, I don't know about you, Soph, I don't know if you were at the last, did you go to the Liverpool game?
No, I wasn't there.
No, it was, oh yeah, you've been too busy jet setting, haven't you? You've been in France, yeah, I know, that's right. Yeah, no, the atmosphere was, well, I know you're used to atmosphere at St James's, but the atmosphere for that was phenomenal. The Emirates was just bouncing, it was unreal. They need to bring that on Saturday. So, yeah, I'd like to see a few, just a few changes, maybe.
Yeah, totally agree. Sophie, with you, I mean, I said Tommy. I could say Tommy Caffey again. So it's Tommy. Yeah. But do you agree with Andy there? He said like Jason's coming back, Jorginho coming back as well.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jorginho in that midfield. I definitely think he should be playing there more. But I think as well with Jesus, I definitely think we need to have him back. I know the Champions League and the Premier League it's very different, the two competitions. I knew the one yesterday it wasn't going to be that easy. Like I know fans were thinking we were going to roll them over, but I just knew it was never going to be that easy. But I think for the game, I definitely think we need to change things up. So I would like to see Jesus. I think he brings something different to us, and I think yesterday it was clear we did need a striker. I know we have been scoring a lot of goals recently, but it just helps us. It adds something different. But yeah, the midfield, interesting one. I don't know if Arteta would play Jorginho. I know he started to play a bit more often, but I think when he plays with Declan Rice, he brings this balance in that midfield that we really don't have when he's not there. So yeah, I'm just interested to see who Arteta's going to pick, really.
Yeah. I think especially against Newcastle, because I don't know who's going to be back for you guys. You got better insight into that, but I just think it stabilises our midfield a bit when they've got Jorginho in the middle there, and it helps Odegaard get forward. Hopes Odegaard get forward as well. He's at the moment he's on fire. Odegaard, he can't. He's everywhere. So yeah, I'd go along with that as well. What Soph's saying. So
yeah. Fair enough. I mean, for us, in a minute, Joe Linton's out to the end of the season. That's a massive miss. Yeah. I mean, they're talking about Isak and Joe Willock could be coming in. We've got to find out tomorrow from Eddie, but he does give a lot of weight in his press conference. I get that. But I want to see Livermore coming in at left back. Dan Burn must be dropped. Because I'll tell you now, if Dan Burn plays against Saka, he's going to get absolutely rinsed. Sorry, Jules, in the chat, but I'm just going to speak the truth. He will get absolutely rinsed. He's a centre-back, not a left-back. And Eddie's got to get that left-back position so right. He needs to. Because if he gets this one wrong, when it comes to the left-back position, then, as much as I love Eddie, I think it's going to be like a Twitter meltdown as well. And it just goes to show. Because I think they're going to target Dan Burn tomorrow. I'm telling you. I know tactical God, but I tell you what, it's all there to see. Let's go for the comments as well. I mean, Leslie's got a question there. Are the Arsenal fans concerned their team didn't have a single shot on target last night? If it asks us that question, I definitely would be.
Go on, you go first, Soph.
I think it wasn't our best performance, but I don't really feel worried because I know that it won't always be an easy ride and there will be, dips along the road. So, yeah, it wasn't a good performance. I mean, a lot of people were saying that Porto were just good, which I think they were really good, but I think we weren't at our best either. So I feel like I'm not really massively concerned because we have shown in the Premier League that we can, score 5 past Burnley and we can, we've been scoring a lot since Dubai, but it depends if we pick ourselves back up. If we win at Newcastle and we have a good performance, I think it will tell me what we need to know, really.
Yeah, and even Harry's opinions as well. He's concerned about Arsenal's performance in the Champions League. Big up Harry, by the way. I hope you're good. He's a big gooner as well. And thank you very much indeed, Amy. Thank you very much indeed, Lorraine, as well, for sharing and liking the channel as well. Big up to Manthea. I hope you're great. I saw Manthea last week in Gids. I went into a takeaway and I bought some food. By the way, man, beautiful food. Thank you very much indeed. And he recognized us as a YouTuber. He recognized me. I didn't recognize him. But Manthea, thank you so much. And it's great to see you as well. Joe Willock to come on score and assist in second half. Gallagher's goal was a screamer. It's a beautiful goal. What an absolutely beautiful. Hopefully, Burn doesn't start. Agreed, John. You know what? I'm going to be truthful. Yeah, I know people out there. There's some who's never going to beat Dan Burn. He's from Blythe. You're always going to beat him at the sound. So yeah, I tell you what, number 33 needs to be dropped. Thing is, Burn will play cards of ours last time. He's a decent, but Tino should come in. Come on, earlier, 50-something min. Do you know what it is, man? I'll agree with you, man. I'll agree with you. I mean, I love Dan Burn. Don't get us wrong. And you know what? He's coming and he's one of the important players. But for me, he needs to be dropped now because Semenyo had on toast. Yeah. And also as well, other players on toast, Benny as well from Luton had on toast as well. And Eddie needs to see that. I mean, we can see the problem is, I love Eddie. He needs to sort out as well. To Andy and Sophie, will Arsenal sit back deep against Newcastle? For me, I hope so. We need the points. I don't think so, Andy.
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to. They've got to come out all guns blazing on Saturday.
Right.
I think you can't. The problem with Arsenal is you can judge by the way they start off games. If they're a bit lethargic, like even last night they were a little bit. Everything was a bit. It's a totally different game anyway. Last night, European football was like so different kettle of fish. But I just feel that they've got to come out guns blazing like they did against Liverpool. I just think that that gets the crowd up as well, and it helps. But I can't see them sitting back now.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'll be disappointed if we, are like that. But I do reckon we'll go out, and I know the team will want to, get back to winning again. And I definitely think we won't do that for Newcastle.
No, you can't, because the thing is, you are dangerous. You guys are dangerous. You obviously got Bruno in the midfield, who if he controls the game, then can be very dangerous. I don't know who's going to be up front if Isak plays up front. He's very dangerous.
We need him back.
Yeah. It'd be it's an interesting one, but I definitely can't see Arteta holding back on. He's got to be coming out, especially he's got to be. It's a big game.
So it's definitely, and we need to go on a mad run getting the Europe Champions League is out of our reach, but Europa League possibly Europa League. Conference or Europa Conference, cool. That's fine. If you don't qualify for Europe, then for me, I ain't fussed. So we just go again next season and play less games and aim for that top 4. And
are you happy with Eddie at the moment?
100%. I mean, look, at the end of the day, right? I love Eddie Howe. Yeah, I really, really do. Right. And for me, he's got credits in the bank. He's got us Champions League in his first season in phase 1. But in my opinion, a lot of people are saying, Andy, that we overachieved. He overachieved. Yes, he did overachieved, but we've gotten Champions League. And then this season, he's been lucky with injuries as well. I know people on social media are having saying Eddie's not big enough. You've got to be in a conversation with other managers as well to take this club forward. Again, people are saying that Eddie Howe is another Mark Hughes. Yeah, but Eddie Howe's got credits in the bank. And I love Eddie Howe a bit. I mean, I don't know who else is going to come in and take his place at this minute. And people saying Jose, yeah. Personally, I don't want him. I don't want Jose, yeah. But most Newcastle fans would, because he's won things. I get that. But at the end of the day, right, I mean, Eddie's our manager. And for me, he's going nowhere. I mean, do you think Eddie's the right guy? Do you think Eddie's the right man?
I think you've got to go with the younger generation. Bruno's a spent force, to be honest with you. I don't think he's. I've never really. Even when he was at that lot down the road, he was holding them back, and he was, I just think he's not the answer. And listen, Eddie's the future. You've got to go with him, and you've got to have patience. And that's the problem. The problem is on Twitter, everyone just loses their own, especially Arsenal supporters. Some of it's embarrassing listening to it, and you sometimes you've got to have faith in what's going on. You can't keep saying, well, 1-2 games. Even after we lost 2 games, people were saying kick Arteta out. You've got to have faith, and I think he's definitely there. You've got to give the bloke a chance. How long's he been at Newcastle?
Eddie Howe's been on 2.5 seasons now. I mean, he's been there for just over 2 seasons now. But exactly, we've got to give him time. But I know we don't know what the PIF are like. Are they going to be sacking owners? Are they going to be patient? Are they going to be impatient? I've got absolutely no idea about them yet. But we soon find out soon enough, because I think, right, Eddie's got to get us top 4 next season. He needs to get top 4 because I don't think these people coming are going to mess about. They want the best. And I think they're going to give Eddie every opportunity. This season, we're not looking at the injuries. We have 13 players out, and that's all there is to it. Simple as that. But we go again under Eddie Howe, and it gets in the top 4 next season. Now he does. So
it's a process.
Trust the process, people. Trust the process. So do you don't think Arsenal won't have a Champions League hangover? I hope they still do, by the way. I'm sorry. Go on, Sophie.
I mean, I don't think we should be. I mean, I think this group of players, like, I think the mindset has completely changed in the last few seasons, that we're able to pick ourselves back up, and I know Arteta will want to do that. So I think the game, you know, at the weekend, I feel it's probably a good game for Arsenal because, you know, Newcastle have been struggling a little bit, but I don't think as Arsenal fans we should be too cocky. I think last night a lot of fans were surprised to see us lose because we've been doing so well. Our form's been really good, but I think it'd be a surprise for me if we, you know, if it affects us at the weekend. But I think we've just got to really pick ourselves back up. Like I've said, it's a bad day at the office, and we move on really.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what it is, right? I mean, you're trying to bounce back against us on Saturday. We've got to be ready. I think personally, we're going to play the low block on Saturday, I believe. Yeah, but we've got to play our own game. If we play a low block game, right, we're going to get beat. But if you play a low block game and you get some kind of the game, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Eddie's going to be a hero, but we've got to play our own game. Yeah, and take risk. I think if you look at it, Andy, our midfield, right? I mean, it's like we're warming up cut through in the middle. Like we've got no number 6. Yeah, we're badly missing Joe Linton in the middle. Yeah, he would have made a huge difference, right? And also as well, our back 4 conceded 21 goals in 7 games. Going into Arsenal, that ain't good. We conceded 4 against Luton, 2 against Forest, 2 against Bournemouth. Yeah, we conceded 4 against Liverpool. The last clean sheet, if my memory serves us right, I think it was against Sunderland in the FA Cup. No, against Fulham. Tell a lie, against Fulham. Our defence last season, very, very solid. This season, we're just easy peach in a minute. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what's wrong. Nick Pope's a big miss for us. They got Debraka. I don't think our back 4 trust Debraka enough. And it's proved last week when he slipped, letting Solanke.
Yeah, I mean, listen, your defence, is it you've got the 2 centre halves back now?
Well, Fabian Schär and Sven Botman, they're back, yeah?
Yeah,
they're back in.
Which is very surprising how you struggle, especially defensive wise. What's his name? The fullback, right back.
Trippier.
Is he out or playing?
No, he's playing.
Yeah. I think it's very odd how you're conceding that amount of goals. Maybe it's the goalkeeper because you've lost the goalkeeper. Maybe I don't know whether the confidence there so much because of you've lost your main goalkeeper. There's different factors, isn't there, with the team? But yeah, if you do play a low block, it could be quite a frustrating evening for us. That's the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I can hear myself on there. Someone's got 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Sorry. So I think you're right, Andy. I think you're correct. I mean, we've got to fix that defence because I tell you what, if we play like we did against Liverpool, we're going to get absolutely toasted. It's as simple as that. Harry, you're going to go on to the band living in a bit, yeah, for a bit of fun. We will do that. And I'm going to share the stream as well. And keep your eyes open for that, Harry. We could do that combined. And did good last game with 5. Yeah, they might turn and kill Gunn. Wow. I can just say as well, there's been a post on the Bruno page telling fans at the 65th min to waste time against us, still crying about Gordon. I tell you what, that ball was not over the line, right? I tell you that straight away. It wasn't a foul because if Jordan had pushed Gabriel that hard, he would be in the back of the net. And then Gordon wasn't offside. So Newcastle won that game. It's as simple as that, yeah? But you got your revenge, but we're not going to make it easier for you. And look, Eddie's the right guy for us. It's been a fixed season up for injuries, so the boss needs longer to prove himself. I totally agree.
Yeah.
And Miley slipping into the 6, yeah, I've noticed that as well, and he's playing really well. That guy, Lewis Miley, I don't know if you watched him, Sophie. Lewis Miley, that guy, class.
Yeah, really good, definitely. But yeah, I agree.
I think he's going to be a class that guy. Excuse me. You do go fee, get fee ahead for the tune, and then stick to defending. Concede one, and then we'll win. And I tell you what, we have got. If we're going to win something like the game, we've got to score first. That's easier said than done. And let's ask them Jules a question. How would the crowd? That's a strange one, that as well. And yeah, I mean, you look at it, right? I'll go with you, Andy. Right? I mean, Mikel Arteta. I mean, last season. I mean, in my opinion, I thought he bottled the league. 8 points clear going to Anfield, and then 2 up against them, didn't win the game. Same West Ham didn't win the game. I mean, do you think Arteta bottled it last season?
No, I don't think. Listen, John, I think you can call it bottling it or running out of steam, but I just think generally, I think we didn't have a big enough squad, and for him to change up the team, I just think that they're a young squad. I think we were amazing last year. I think our attacking football was just brilliant, and towards the end, I think we just ran out of steam. I don't know, for me, it's not bottling. I think it's just not having a big enough squad. But I still don't think our squad's big enough. I still think that we're a little bit short. We're short for a centre forward. I think we still need a centre forward, someone who's a goal poacher who's going to put the ball in the net. We'll take Isak off you boys any day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Andy,
am I getting feedback?
you are a bit mid.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why that is. Is that better?
Yeah. No.
Is that not very good?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can hear myself there as well, mate. What I'll do, don't go hard. Take you out back here again. Is that all right?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that better?
We'll go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll go for it.
Okay. So I listen, I just think it's can't remember what we're talking about now. It's that, and we're short of midfield. I think we need someone to play with Declan, because Jorginho's not going to be there. I'll give him maybe one more season. So yeah, we're short, and we need to. It needs to be sorted out in the summer. He needs to go and spend big in the summer. But in the meantime, there's no reason why we can't. Problem is we're up against a juggernaut that's up against 115 charges, and I'll keep saying this. Man City, until they're found guilty of at least one charge, then for me, there's something going on that's not right. There's corruption, and I just feel that, for me, I just don't think they, how they haven't come up with one solution, with one charge, doesn't seem right to me. But that's another story. That's another conversation. So I think he's done remarkably well, Arteta. Where we were 3 or 4 years ago to what we are now, he's done amazing.
Totally agree. You know what? At the end of the day, sort of thing, like, I know a lot of people are not happy with him. Some people are happy with him, sort of thing. So, I mean, I'll ask you the question, Sophie. When the number 29 signed for 65 million quid, Havertz, by the way, right? I mean, do you think that's a strange signing at the time? Because he needed a striker.
I mean, I think when we signed him, I probably wasn't very excited about it. I felt like it was okay. Like, it didn't really make me jump off my seat. But I like to give players a chance, because I think a while ago when Ramsdale came and Ben White came, a lot of people had written them off before they played, and they're actually really good players for us. I know Ramsdale was not playing, but he was a fantastic goalkeeper, and Ben White is being worth every penny. So I think I always wanted to give it time. I was unsure about it, because I know at Chelsea he was really struggling to score goals. And then I saw the other side of it, that maybe him coming somewhere new could help him, in a different environment. So I think I was always a bit worried about it, because I know we needed a striker and it's a lot of money, and I know he has helped us this season. But yeah, it's an interesting one now. I definitely think he's doing good. I'm happy with his progress, but I think it was a weird one when we signed him because I can't speak for all Arsenal fans, but I know quite a few were a bit confused about the signing.
Yeah. Andy, what about you for going to the bang 11?
Yeah, it was a strange signing. Sophie's right. I just feel, there was opportunities more to get a centre forward with a bit more, to spend the money. 60 odd million for Carr is a bit hefty. Listen, Arteta obviously sees something in him that he likes, and maybe he'll bring the best out of him. He has got a lot better. I think he struggled last night. I didn't really see him in the game. I think he's an impact player, maybe more than being on the field for a 90-minute player. So maybe he's more of an impact player, but he was showing signs of being a lot better, which is nice. Listen, you've got to trust what Arteta thinks, and Arsenal don't spend money if it's not necessary. So I'd pay another 100 million for Declan Rice because I think it's phenomenal.
That guy's absolutely brilliant. Whether you like him or not, he is brilliant. 105 mil worth every single penny, that guy, I'm telling you. Or Declan English. Sometimes I'll call him Declan English, but there you go. Let's go to the squad for combined. I think Trippier do well, and his styles of play well again. Jesus. Leaving Arsenal to rely on the midfields again. I tell you what, our midfield's got to be on point. If they let them play, they're a destroyer. And yeah, Tonali getting banned, so we do need a 6. Amy kind of agree. Eddie's our project. If he gets sacked, who we replace him with? It's a no-no. I can't think of who should replace him with, but I don't even want to think about that right now. I mean, there's 5 elite managers out there, right? I'd take any of them. So Eddie does like a 6. And thank you very much indeed, Jules, as well. Don't forget to share
That's the thing as well, because a lot of people if they want a manager out, I feel like they've got to have someone that they think could do a good job to replace them. Because I know with us, when we're not doing well, people online, it might be reactionary fans, but they still think Arteta isn't the right man. And I think they've got to still have a plan B of someone else they think could come in, because I don't know, I couldn't really think of anyone that I think right now that could come in and do Arteta's job, because it has been a while process for Arsenal with Arteta. But I think with you and Eddie Howe, I think you've got to give it time. Like Andy said, I think you've got to be patient, and I think he is the right guy for your future, really.
Yeah, you need to give Eddie time. I mean, he's shown, he's got you in the Champions League, and barring injuries which have happened this season, which no managers can manage, you've got to have faith in what he's trying to do there. And I think it's a lot more happier days than when we used to talk, isn't it, John? So you just look back on what it was and what it is now, and that takes you into a process which is working.
Absolutely. And you know what? At the end of the day, I mean, this guy, Eddie's going to be brilliant for us. He's going to win us a trophy in the years to come. I've got every faith in Eddie. I really do. I can see what he's doing. Play great football, but he needs to sort out the Dan Burn conundrum out very, very quickly. And I know a lot of people, you're not allowed to have an opinion on Newcastle players that's not doing well, but I'm just saying that how it is. And let's go on to the combined 11, yeah? Thanks to Harry Options as well. What we do is just go pick a players up by form, right? And this should be fun, and I think it's going to be a great one. So I'm going to share the screen, and I'm going to share out as well. So if I start with Sophie first, who would you put in goal? I mean, Newcastle versus Arsenal combined.
Oh, this is... I mean, for me, I think with Raya, I think because you've conceded a lot of goals, and I'm not all saying it's his fault, I'd probably go Raya. I mean, I know Raya this season has been a little bit questionable with some decisions, but I think for me, I'd probably go for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
He has been, when he first came in, and I'm the first one that really didn't understand the signing of Raya. I think a lot of Arsenal supporters couldn't put their head together on that one. I think it was very strange. Ramsdale was doing brilliant. I like his personality. I think he's brilliant with the fans. And then along comes Raya, but slowly you can see what Arteta is what he sees in him with his distribution, with his quick, with his quick distribution, with throw-ins, with throws to get forward lines working really quick. And could he have got the goal last night? Who knows? If he was a bit taller, maybe his arms would have stretched a bit further. But it was a goal. It was a brilliant goal. But yeah, it's Alfred is still. I still like Ramsdale, but Ray, I'll take Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, I could have kind of agree because the Black has been hit and miss for me. Missing a couple of good steers, but for me, Liverpool game was fantastic. But for me, I want someone who's going to play the ball for the back and quite clean as well. Yes, I know Raya got his faults as well, but it's a good shot stopper for me. I still think it's a good keeper. And Ramsdale, I mean, I don't understand why Arteta brought another keeper, but look, at the end of the day, obviously Arteta must have seen something in him. But yeah, I'll go with that. Let's go on to the right back, Andy.
So what we got right back? So we've got
Trippier, you got Cedric, you got Ben White, you got Tommy
Yasu. I think, listen, Tommy Yasu, when he's fit, is brilliant, but he's never fit. He spends a lot of time. He's obviously very injury prone. I do like him.
He gets injured so much.
No, I like Tommy Casu, whatever you were calling him. I what, Ben White has really impressed me, and he's a very unsung hero in the Arsenal team. It's a difficult one because I like Trippier as well. I think Trippier is very, is a proper English fullback.
Yeah.
Let's keep you Geordie boys happy. Let's put Trippier in there.
Thank you very much indeed. Kieran Trippier, linked to Bayern Munich as well, but he decided to stay. Let's go on to the other side. Sophie, the left back. We got Dan Burn, Livramento, Ben White can play left back. Tom Zinchenko as well, number 32. And who'd you go for?
Oh, that's a difficult one. Wait, read it out again. I'm trying to think who is it.
Tino Livramento, Dan Burn. Again, Tommy. There's a Tommy Cafu then. I'm sorry. Zinchenko. Sorry. Did I say Tommy Cafu again?
Nearly. You nearly fell into it, right? Yeah,
Tommy Cafu. Wow.
If you had some sort of Indian, not Indian takeaway, some sort of Chinese takeaway, yeah. We can call him Cafu. No, Cafu was a Brazilian anyway, so no, he's not as good as Cafu. But yeah.
That's it.
That is a really difficult one. I might go Zinchenko because I think for me, this season it's been an interesting one for me with Zinchenko because he's had quite a few injuries. I know that his form has kind of dipped a bit, but I know defensively there are questions for me at times, but I know when he plays in the team, we just play so much better and we're quite, different. So it's hard, but I'd probably go with Zinny.
He gives the team a little bit something different, doesn't he? You're right. Yeah, he's definitely there as an option. I think he excites the team when he plays. Some of the distribution that he does is mesmerising sometimes, but then he will completely muck up on another thing. So yeah.
Exactly, man. Just gonna put. Let's go on. That's going to be our left backs there, full backs. So let's go on to the centre back. I mean, who would you choose? Andy, it's your turn.
Well, I think Saliba and Gabriel have been on fire. I think they've been brilliant. They're a solid rock at the moment. I'd have to put one of them in. I really would. I think Gabriel's been he really is an unsung hero, and I think people look at Saliba, who's been phenomenal as well, and he really is for such a young age. But I just think Gabriel's leadership and what he does and brings to the back four, I think I'll put Gabriel in.
Fair dues. Gabriel. That's good. So I've got to try and what's his Magalash, isn't it? Gabo Magalash.
Yeah.
Find him. what's
Do,
going on there.
do you want to mix up the centre halves and put one of your boys in?
Yeah, that's fine. You got Botman or Shah. For me, I think out of the two, I think Botman's dropped off this season. I'm not like, yes, he's had a bit of injuries as well. But Fabian Shah has been really, really good since he's played this season. I think he's one of the better defenders this season. So for me,
go
and
with him.
Leslie and Miss Stapleton's going to be happy. So I'm going to put it in.
He has. He scored quite a few vital goals as well, hasn't
he? He did. He scored a world against PSG, by the way.
That's right.
And he scored some twice against Villa as well. So for me, I'm going to have to pick him over Botman all day long. And let's go to us. It's important. Who's going to be the centre mid? I'll go with Sophie.
Who are the options as well with all of them?
Yeah, for Newcastle, you got Bruno G, Lewis Marley, Sean Longstaff, Joel Linton, and for Arsenal, you got Declan Rice, you got Jorginho, you've got Odegaard as well, and
I mean, I know Odegaard is our captain, and he has been great, but I just got to go Declan Rice.
Declan English.
Yeah, I think this season, like I know before we signed him, I did think it was a lot of money, and now we're seeing that. I think we've been good with the money we paid for him because he's been. I think for me, we'd have really struggled with that in the season, and I think the goals he has scored is always in the right moments, and yeah, we just look like he elevates Arsenal. He makes us so much better. So I'm gonna go for him.
He's like a. I can't explain. He just appears from different angles. I don't know how he does it, and his energy levels are just, he's up and down, and he suddenly appears everywhere. I just think he's a class act. He really is.
He is.
For England, it's exciting. Him and Bellingham in the midfield is a nice prospect. But
agree, totally agree there. Agree. So Declan Rice is in that team. So we go after the other side. Andy, it's your turn.
CM. What we got for away lads?
Bruno, you got Lewis Marley, Sean Longstaff, Joel Linton. I'm not going to say Willock because he's not hardly played. So
yeah. Who's our CMs now? CMs, is it Odegaard and
Partey, Jorginho?
Yeah,
Havertz can play there as well.
Yeah, but I don't get Havertz in the midfield. I really don't. I know people say he does a lot of off the ball stuff, but I don't get him in the midfield. I think he's not.
I don't either.
You, Soph, I just think he's.
I agree.
I don't know. Yeah.
So who are we going for?
A tough one.
Do you want me to go for Bruno G and then
go on then.
I mean Bruno Gamache, and in other midfield, I know I'll go for.
As long as you don't put Bruno's dad in there as well, that's fine.
No, that's right. No chance. No chance. I mean, for me, it's a hard one. That's just getting harder and harder. This one. We're going to go with Sophie. You got Lewis Marley. You got Jordan, and you got Odegaard. You got Jorginho. And it's your call.
You always put me on the hard ones.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I think for me, because I think I'm going to go Odegaard because I think this season, I know he did score in the other game, but I feel like people don't give him the credit he deserves. I think he's probably our best captain we've had in such a long time, and I think this season he's just having such an important role in the team. And I think even though he might not score every game, he still really helps us more than people realise.
Fair enough. I think he's a good player. Yes, he's a good player. I mean, when he's on it, brilliant. But when he plays poorly, he is.
You won't notice he's playing. It's a very hit or miss with him. Like when he's playing, he's probably our best player on the pitch, and then
I think Arsenal. I think Arsenal play well when Odegaard's on fire. When he's playing, Arsenal tick because he's the main cog in that midfield, and you can see he's working. He did. He's been for the last 5 Premiership games. He's been phenomenal. He's non-stop. So when he's off the ball, he's non-existent. You can't see him. He's not even. So that's the way it is. Yeah.
Fair dues. Right then, or is that you again, Alan and Andy? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is.
Left wing.
Left wing. Hard one.
So, do you want to do it? No.
No, you're that's a difficult one.
Who we got? We got Martinelli,
Anthony Gordon.
It's a tough one. Maybe we're putting. I like Gordon. He's got a bit of bite in him, isn't he? He likes to. Maybe we'll put Anthony Gordon in.
I tell you what, I'll put Martinelli.
And then Anthony Gordon on the other side.
Martinelli. Yeah, put Anthony on this side. I'll put Anthony Gordon on the right.
Again, when Martinelli, like last night, he had a stinker. To be fair, he should have just whatever he did with the ball was a little bit his mistake. But that was one of those things. He should have just carried the ball away and not boot it out. But he, on his day, Martinelli's, against Liverpool, he was phenomenal.
He was. When you saw it.
Yeah.
Andy, you're going to have to... Let me just get one second, get it back in.
More feedback.
That's it. That's better. Perfect. Yeah, I agree with you there, Andy. Totally agree with you as well. Just gives us that balance. Martinelli on this day is class. Andy Gordon on this day is class as well. And who's going to play up front then? You've got... my God, it's got to have to be, you've got to say, Isak, Wilson. Wilson's been injury prone. Isak's been outstanding. He scored 14 goals this season for us. Jesus works hard, gets scores, important goals as well. And for me, it could be one contender, don't you think, Sophie?
Yeah, I'm going with you. I'm going Isaac because I think for me, Jesus, don't get me wrong, he has been great, especially in the Champions League. But I think it's obvious to see that's our department where we struggle with up front. So yeah, I think if really got to give it to him, I'd kill to have him at Arsenal.
Yeah, everyone wants him, don't they? The problem is,
he
was an injury. He won't get injured so much. He get 20 goals already. That guy.
Yeah, he's got a lot of finesse about him. He's very he's quite silky for a big bloke. He's very he's very mobile. Which I think Arsenal were interested in him at one point, but we didn't want to spend the money, did we? Which is typical Arsenal at the time. But he is. I do like Isaac.
Yeah, very true. Right, that's our combined 11 there. In goal, we've got Raya, the right back of Trippier, left back Zinchenko, centre back Saliba and Shah. Midfield three will be Declan Rice, Bruno Guimaraes, Martin Odegaard, and a front three will be Martinelli, Anthony Gordon, and our wonderful Alex Isak. So tell us what you think, guys. Do you agree with our combined 11? Leave it in the comment section, and that will be brilliant. Thank you very much indeed for that one. I'm going to knock that off now. And let's go for some comments as well. Keep the comments coming in. Andy, Sophie, what's your take on Arteta, where we beat you at St. James's? A lot of OTT for me, and that's from Alan.
You can go first if you want.
Thanks, Soph. What? Just the way he is, Arteta, his temperament on the touchline.
Yeah, temperament, and
I love it. I love it. I just think that the bloke is. Thing is, people with a lot of these managers, they don't understand the enthusiasm, and you look at a lot of these managers like Simeone and all the even Klopp, but a lot of the Mediterranean managers, that's what they is. They're energized. That's how they play. He does sometimes, yes. He looks like he wants to be on the field. He wants to be playing, and he does get himself a little bit worked up. But I just, considering Arsenal was we were so used to Wenger sitting on his seat, sitting there. Every so often he'd get up, and then he'd sit back down again. Arteta's there with them, and I just love it. I love the way he's like, he can get too involved, and it looks like he literally wants the ball himself, so he can take outfield. But yeah, listen. He's different. Eddie doesn't do that. They do stand there. They stand on the touchline, which I like. It's focused on the touchline. But it's just the way they are. The Spanish, they just, they love it. The Italian.
Discuss. Oh, Alan, this is feedback, man. See you back again. I'll try again. Go on, Alan. Alan? Andy?
Alan? Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I just like his enthusiasm, and I think that's the best thing with him. If he loses out, I think the players like it as well. I think they work off his energy. So yeah, a lot of people listen. If it's up to the sky and people like Gary Neville and Jamie, whatever his name is, who I just think I can't even listen to them. But the celebration police, then it wouldn't be allowed. But it's one's okay for one team, or not for the other. So that's another discussion when we can talk about Klopp running on the field and doing whatever he does. But at the end of the day, Arteta is he loves his game. He loves his football. And he's not a manager that will sit there quietly. So I love it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a manager to celebrate as well, and it just brings passion into the managers as well. But you always see Eddie celebrating on the touchline. I don't think he'll do that as well. But you never know. Maybe if you win the title one day, he may just do it, but not in a minute.
Eddie's a different approach. There's a more of a calming thing about him, and that's the way. He's an English manager, and they haven't got that. They don't do that sort of thing. You don't see him running up and down the field, sliding and doing whatever they do. They're relaxed. That's how they work. It's a different, totally different sort of way they approach things.
This is it, and we can't change that, unfortunately. But it is what it is. 100 mil for Declan, 40 mil for Bruno. There's a difference there. I was chatting to Les, and Bruno does up front, right? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And let's go back to Miss Allen's comments as well. Yeah, he's having a break, but I've tweeted him today, and he said that he's okay. His wife is fine now. He'll be back next week. So Paul will be back next week. So there you go. He's having that break as well. He's got to look after his wife. Big up to Alan. Big up to Paul, by the way. And Chunky Kick. Yeah.
I like the other Newcastle lad, who I think is a very good player. The Colombian, what's his name? One up front. Can't think of his name.
Callum Wilson?
No. He's always reminds me of a Chinese sort of looking player. He's very good up front. What's the chap up front who's on the wing? Very quick.
Miguel Almiron.
Yeah, Amir. Yeah, I think he's a great player as well. Very good player.
Yeah. Oh, we should have chose Saka, shouldn't we? We should have chose Saka, Santi. You know what? We didn't even thought that. I mean, I've got to change my mind. Yeah. I mean, oh God, we're gonna have to take a Martinelli, put Gordon on the left and Saka on the right. But if you want to choose different guys, cool. Sorry about that, Santi. And for me, I mean, we're going to talk about Saka in a minute as well. That's a compensation as well. And so we'll look at the comments. So I know Dobbs are going to wonder why. I just better keep in my book as well. Sorry, Alan. Got support. Maccabi's local massive, even though Kraft has wounded some of it. I love it, man. Absolutely love it. It's going to come on to let's talk about Saka. Do you think Saka's world class, Sophie? Because a lot of people are saying that he ain't world class yet.
I mean, I think everyone's opinion of world class is different. I mean, it's a difficult one. I know Rio Ferdinand, the whole going on the plane situation, Arsenal fans giving it to him a bit. It was quite funny to see, but I feel it is a hard question. I do feel like I'm in the middle about it. I mean, I love Saka. He's my favourite Arsenal player. I think players like a Foden will probably get more the limelight for being world class because they've obviously been at that high level for such a long time. Whereas Saka's sort of really had to lift us up when we were 8th place. We were, struggling to get Europe. So he has really, it's really helped us through those difficult times. So maybe that's why people might not see him as that level as some Man City players. But I think I would say I feel like he is, but I also know that he's a player now that does need to win stuff. And I know we are getting close to things, and I feel like for me, we do see players like Foden, win a lot, and I think it would be only right for Saka to do that as well. Arsenal. So I get the argument to both, because everyone's idea of being world class is completely different.
Fair shout. Andy, your take on Saka? Is he world class? I mean,
according to Rio, he's not. But then was he? No. I love Saka. I think he's, as Soph says, he's had to have a lot on his shoulders for a very young age. And to be fair, I consider him like a robot. He gets kicked. I mean, he must be the most foul player there is in the Premiership. And he just gets up and goes again. He's phenomenal. I don't know how he does it. He must have a body of steel. But is he world class? I think he's on the perimeter of being world class. Yeah, I think he's slowly. I mean, he's had his points where I think before they went off to Dubai, he was very sort of in and out of games, and I think generally I think he needs a rest. So I think he needs to get himself, re-energized again, because I think he plays every game, and for such a young player, that's a lot on your body to be playing. So in and out every weekend during the week. I love Saka. I think he brings something different to the team, and I think he brings something different for England as well. I think, as long as he's treated, medically wise and fitness wise, I think he will be world class. Yeah. At the moment, touch and go. Not at the moment. I think if we can win something, and he's under that, I think then he will be considered world class. Great player to watch, though. Great. I mean,
I kind of agree with you. I mean, he's not there yet, but he's a damn good player. He really is. And I think if Dan Bird plays on Saturday, I'll be word for him. I'll give him half an hour and then he'll be subbed off. He'll be subbed. But I love Saka at Newcastle, put it that way. Well, I don't think we're going to get him anytime soon. The end would be nice, but I can't see it at all. Arteta Tears is not passionate. He's childish and immature. That's from Lorraine. And Saka's a gorgeous footballer. Wow. But he ain't coming to Newcastle anytime soon. Right, we've got another 10 minutes to go before we wrap up the show. But Sophie, give us which three Newcastle players would you take from to go to Arsenal?
A really good question. I think for me, I would definitely go Isaac with him up front. Like how he is, I just feel like if he was at Arsenal, like we would be flying right now. I mean, we are flying in the league. We're doing well, but I feel like we're just that bit of magic away from winning stuff. And like Andy said, we need that. We've got a good squad, but we probably don't have enough players to go on and do that. So he would definitely help. And I mean, when you play against Anthony Gordon, I don't like playing against him, but I actually do like him. I know Everton, when I watched him, I just there's players that will play for different teams and you just really like them, and I think he's obviously done really well for you. Newcastle, he's really adapted well, and I'll definitely go him. I'd love to have him at Arsenal. It'd be good to have him, whether he would play every game. I think it's hard because with Saka, I've noticed with him, he does need more of a rest, and it'd be good for other players to kind of not take over his position, but give Saka a rest when he needs it. And definitely going Bruno in that midfield, because I know Arsenal were actually linked with him a little while ago, I'm sure, and it never really happened. And I always did wonder, what if, in that midfield, I just feel like he would completely make us so much better. But obviously, we've got Declan Rice now, and our midfield is looking good. I know Jorginho's in there, and I reckon he'll probably go in the future. But I just think Bruno would suit us really well.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So you go with Isak, Bruno, and
Anthony Gordon.
Cool. And Andy, Sophie's gone for Bruno, Anthony Gordon, and Isak. Who's your three? Would you take?
I'll go along with Soph. I'd say definitely Isak. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. we'll go for the comments. There he is. He's fat now.
I've got a dog moaning. Didn't agree with what I was saying, so she's moaning. So yeah, definitely Isak. I'd probably Joe Willock. Oh no, we've already had him, haven't we? No, I'd probably go Bruno as well, and I'd probably take. I'd love Trippier. I'd have Trippier.
Cool stuff. For me, if I was asked if I want 3 Arsenal players, for me, I'd definitely say Jackson Rice, no doubt about that. Saka, because you definitely need someone on the right, and I would take Eddie. No, I'm not going to say him. No, I'm not going to say him. I'm going to say William Saliba.
That's a good choice.
Not Cafu. You don't want Cafu.
The Brazilian one. I do rate Tommy Cafu.
He's great. That's his brother, Cafu. Tommy Yasu's good, but his brother's even better, Cafu.
Cafu's better.
Oh, Jonathan.
Tommy Cafu. Wow. I can say
the benefit of the doubt, John. It's all right.
Tommy Cafu. Where that guy from?
Good player, old Cafu.
He is in his pumps. He is in his pumps, in his spine.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's my fee. And I'm afraid to say Cafu has retired from football years ago. But still, let's move on. We've got one from Alan to Andy. Sophie has also got what it takes to win the Prem this season, Sophie.
I think for me, before Dubai, a lot of people did write Arsenal off, especially the media. But I do think as fans, we kind of did it ourselves. I mean, I'm that type of fan where I always believe until it's impossible for us to do it, because I always think, you never know what can happen in football. Like, Leicester winning the league, who would have thought that would have ever happened? So I feel like for me, I feel like I'm optimistic that we can, but I know at the moment, I think when we play Man City, for me, that will decide if we can win it, because it's going to be such a challenge to win there. I know we did beat them at the Emirates, but like Andy mentioned before, the atmosphere at the Emirates, the support there is incredible. And they're away from home. The Arsenal support is really good as well, but I think that being away is obviously a bit difficult. But I feel like I'm optimistic about it, but I think at the moment, Liverpool probably the favourites to do it. Also, Man City, I'm sure Liverpool, Man City probably play each other in a little while anyway. But I feel like we can. It's obviously hard to say right now. Even it's so competitive right now. It's so close. So I'm still unsure, but I do still have the optimism that we can do it.
Yeah, fair enough. We've really got Andy's take as well. Ramsdale, Saka and Rice. I've taken Wesley Swagback and Van. That's a good choice there. Off topic, Torquay there have been administration today, and it's very sad for the Plainmoor club to go into administration. Lovely little club, not being funny, but that is absolutely sad to see that football club go into administration as well. And Andy, your take as well. Do you think they got what it takes to win the title?
Yes. I'll tell you why.
I think so.
I'll tell you why, because I think we've got players coming back. I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, Partey come back for at least one game. And then he'll probably be injured for the rest of the season. But I think we get a few more players back. I think Partey will be back. Who else is out on? I think our main. I'd love to see Partey back into the midfield. To see him and Rice for the last part of the season. I think he would, bearing injuries. I think he's a massive loss for us. He has been a massive loss. Can't remember who else is out injured. So who else is out injured?
Timber's out, isn't it?
Who's that?
Timber.
Yeah, Timber. Right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Timber. Listen, if he comes back and he is the player we saw that brief spell, then he's a massive player and he will be. He's a great player. But yeah, I'm confident. I'm thinking like Soph says, but the Man City game will be a tough one without doubt. And who knows? They may get 2 penalties against them, so we may be ahead of them by then. You never know.
You never know.
But yeah, no, I'm still got quite a lot of faith in it. I really do. As long as we can get the 3 players, I think there was a 3rd player as well that's been out, and Tommy Cafu, if he can come back,
Hey, yeah.
I think with 3 players that are very strong for the squad.
Yes. So Andy said that. It's my fault. I started it off, and you followed it through. So that's my bad. My bad. I've got.
Whenever I see Tommy Yasu, that's all I'll think about.
Wow. Bless you. And let's have a look at this one. Makes Man United asking for taxpayers' money towards needs status a joke with their wealth when likes of talking go. But thank you, Jules. Absolutely thank you. Telling us to pay the taxpayers' money to get a bloody new stadium at Old Trafford. Nah, ain't happening. You want a new stadium? You do it on your own back, Jim. Do it off your own back.
It's disgusting. It really is. It really is disgusting.
Fact.
When you think Arsenal had to go through under the Wenger years with their stadium and the whole process of it, and he's come in and said, he wants that. It's just outrageous. It really is.
Yeah.
No words. No words.
Exactly. Well, just having to as well. Vote for Jules. Thank you very much indeed for that as well. Jules had the best comment as well. Right, we're going to close the show in a minute. So before we do that, we're going to get score predictions as well. And Sophie, Arsenal Newcastle. I know you seem confident. If you just give us a scoreline for Saturday's game. I mean, it's going to be a tough game for us, but you need to bounce back very, very quickly. I think you will. And there's going to be a close game. Give us a score prediction. How do you think the game's going to go, please?
Yeah, I do think it'll be a tight game. Like, I don't think, even though Arsenal have lost yesterday, and will want to fight back and get back to doing well again in the league, because we know that's important. I do think Newcastle really need to start getting back to winning ways again and get on a good run. I would say 2-1 Arsenal, but I definitely think it'll be a tight game. But I think it's at the Emirates, so I think as well it's good to have that support there. So it's going to be a tough game, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. Scoreline game for the people?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm going 2-0.
Cool.
Sorry, John.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I think it's going to be a tough one. We said it's going to be a 0-0, 1-1 draw, but I think Arsenal will be too strong on conform. I'm not going to lie. But if we just go there, give it an effort, we'll be absolutely okay. And we'll just give it a best shot. So I'm going to say 2-1 to Arsenal, but I hope I'm wrong. But as a Newcastle fan, I hope it's a draw, but I think it's going to be 2-1 to Arsenal, if I'm honest. But they're going to be too strong on the day.
You're going, aren't you?
I'm going to the game. I've got a ticket for that game, mate. I'm going on Saturday, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. And Arsenal murder us. Our midfielders on assist in the mid. With that big draw, we lose 4-0. 2 each for Ian. We might surprise. I think we need 100% commitment for the whole team. Yeah. Oh, good luck. We need to. 3-1 to Newcastle jobs as well. And we'll see what happens on that one as well. So if you leave the scores to the comment section, please, guys. And, I'll look at it later on. So that's it then. That's it for the preview show. It's been fantastic. It's been really, really amazing. And thank you, Carl. Thank you, Les. And so it's been a great show tonight. I'm sure you both guys really enjoyed it. And I'll start with you, Sophie. Did you enjoy the show tonight and what you got coming on? And if you just tell the viewers where to find you.
Thank you so much for coming on. I had such an amazing time. It was good fun and we had lots of laughs. So thanks for having me. But yeah, if you want to find me on Twitter, I'm TV_Guna, and I have my own YouTube channel, Guna Gossip TV, where I just talk a bit about Arsenal. I get like a lot of Arsenal fans on, or fans from different teams to talk about their team and to preview and review games. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Cool stuff. And if you go on to Guna Gossip TV, she's absolutely fantastic. Do check out her content. She's on there nearly every day. And she talks a lot of sense, and she gets the big names on her shows as well. Laura Woods is one of them. Andy, where can we find you, and did you enjoy the show?
I did. It's always good fun with you, mate. We like to be honest with each other. It's always nice talking to my Geordie friend. yeah, it's been good. Laura Woods. We like Laura Woods. We like Laura Woods, but so you've done incredible. You really have. You know, hats off to you. You've done really well, and long may it continue for you. You're very brave for what you do, and you know you just keep going and ignore people on Twitter, whatever they say, because I see it sometimes. Because you know that you're bold and you're doing whatever you do. So keep it going. It's amazing. But yeah, no. For me, I'm just doing my normal on Twitter. Unfortunately, I'm not as advanced as Soph, so I haven't got my YouTube channel. But it's been great, John. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you again for having me on.
No problems at all. No problems at all. What's happened there again? Let me take you out, Andy. Get back in again. There you go. And yeah, so I'll be back again tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. I'm on someone else's show tomorrow. I will leave a comment on Twitter where you can find us as well. I might share the stream. You never know if they let us do it. And so see you at the Emirates Con the Man. I'll be there on Saturday. Hit us up, mate. I'll try and get an interview quickly as well. Get a selfie if you want. Cool. And it's going to a great show. Thank you very much indeed, Alan. Thank you very much indeed, Carl. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate that. Thanks to Drops. I really appreciate that. Thank you for Alan again. Thanks to Les and Jules the mods as well. And thank you for Arsenal Newcastle fans in the chat as well. And even Vicky, big United fan as well. And if you like the video, like what you watch, I should be back like it's on someone else's channel tomorrow. Thanks for not remembering guests. Much appreciated. That's from Ian, top man. And like, subscribe. I will do you guys backstage. And as always,